Okay. Listen.
Nailed it. Hi, welcome to Tiltify stream. I'll be your host, Miss Ash Rocks. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, what the hell is that? Heck. What up, y'all? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh,
Incredible.
no.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
Oh, okay.
I should have gave myself another minute, but Ash, what's different today must be the hat.
Oh, yes. I introduced myself as you earlier when you were laughing. I was
her wig.
Ash is like, hat. Oh no.
I mean, it protects you from the elements, but hat, not so much.
Okay, everyone. I right before the countdown, I was like, y'all ready? You ready? I'm excited. I started Woo! Okay, welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so excited for this chat because both of these people that are on this call right now, I absolutely adore. I adore both of them. I really do. And I love the work that they're doing. So we're going to highlight them in their communities today. And we're also going to talk about their experience being a Santa for ClausmyCause last month, which
Let's
went
go.
amazing. And if you don't know who these beautiful people are, you're going to get a brief introduction about them and their content creation journey. We also have the Control Plus extension where you can follow them both directly on Twitch. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Ashley. I am Tiltify's community manager. I get to do all the fun community events, community spotlights, interviews like this. I'm so honored to be here and be able to do this with Tiltify. So thank you so much for joining us and having me. So let's start off with our introductions with our bomb creators right now. CriticalBard. Let's learn a little bit about you, my dear, and please share your pronouns and a little bit about your content creation journey.
Well, no. Hi. Let me get into spiel mode, if you will.
There you go.
Hello, my name is Omega Jones, also known as the CriticalBard across all social media channels, he, they pronouns. I am a professional actor and vocalist from the Midwest, trying to be a working material girl out here. I am also a professional tabletop player, designer, and dungeon master. I've worked with many different companies, including Wizards of the Coast, World of Darkness, Critical Role, which I've done the jingle for Critter Hug, which is one of their signal boosting shows, which has been a lot of fun. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I'm a Twitch partner as well. I do too much, honestly. I love playing some Dead by Daylight. I love playing some Breath of the Wild currently. I do a lot of makeup. I'm a makeup artist. I am seriously like a very versatile human being. Okay, so I'm just here to make some trouble wherever I go. That's what we say over at the Kingdom of Trouble in my space. Thank you so much for having me. I can't think of anything else to say, so I'm going to sip my coffee and just be done.
You are multi-talented, and I I love that you said everything that you do because I want you to flaunt it, okay? You are, again, one of the best in the industry, and I love all the work that you're doing. And I'm again honored to have you here. So thank you for sharing a little bit about yourself. And we're going to
Thank
learn
you.
some more later throughout the stream. So let's throw the introduction to Jambo. Please share a little bit about just a little bit about what you have done in your content creation journey. And I want you to talk a little bit about Team Side Quest, if you don't mind, and please share your pronouns with us.
Yes. My name is Jamie or Jambo. My pronouns are she, her. I have been creating content for 4.5 years, almost 5. Um, I recently became Twitch's newest ambassador last month, which is really exciting. I don't do a whole lot outside of actual content creation. I do hope one day to try out voice acting. I think it's really cool that so many people do. It sounds like a lot of fun. So that's an ambition that I have. Um, I founded a team after I got partnered in 2020 called SideQuest, which is a charity focused group of some of the most dedicated, beautiful, and amazing people that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting on this platform and wherever they create content. And last month, our team passed 400,000 raised in a year of being together, which is incredible. And I mean, charity is a huge part of my career and my life and what I believe in and value. And being able to share that with other people on Twitch and to use the platform to help make the world the better place is a privilege that I do not take lightly. And it's amazing to be able to do that, which is why we're here today. And I'm so excited.
Now I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna cry now.
Okay,
I'm just
cool. Me too.
No
we could just
crying, because then I'll cry it. I don't have any tear ducts.
But if we're, oh, where did your ducks go?
I don't know, to Madagascar, not here.
not my
Not
wow.
here. That's for
Wow.
sure.
Ass
I
cry.
could have said Massachusetts, but that's driving distance, and they ain't there.
No.
So they gone. Bye.
Oh, wow. Wow, the people I have with me today, chat. Incredible. Mhm.
Oh,
Rambo, for sharing, a little bit about you and Team Side Quests. And
yeah.
we're gonna hit 1 million for Team Side Quests in the next year.
It's happening.
That's
It's
the hope. Just
happening.
want to help as many people as we can and leave the world better than we found it, right? That's the goal.
Hmm.
Yes. That is okay. I'm blushing. I'm fangirling all at once. What's going on, chat?
Me too.
Come on now. I gotta calm down.
Oh, I'm so sweaty right now. Not that you
Mm,
needed to know that, but I am.
mom spaghetti. I get it.
Hot
Yes.
spaghetti.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And speaking of Team SideQuest, Ryan, that lion, is a part of Team SideQuest here in the chat. So make sure you go give him some love. He is incredible. I got to
Yes.
chat with him a little bit ago. So yeah, you'll see some things from him and I a little bit soon. Okay.
I
But
just have to say, I thought you were about to say, speaking of mom spaghetti. I'm like, that's a segue. I'm like, if you can make that a segue, I'm here for it.
Speaking of mom spaghetti, yes.
speaking of mom spaghetti, what can I do?
It's okay. It's
Same.
okay.
Gosh, it's there. It was there. It was there and it left.
It's rude.
We're
It's damn
gonna
rude.
spaghetti going on this stream.
If you have a way to turn off your camera, do it so now.
Okay, yeah, no, I do. I'm just gonna leave, and then you got this, right?
Has anyone been to mom spaghetti? No.
I would love to go.
Can we
I'll
make
take.
a Tiltify
It,
trip? Cough, cough.
Eminem opened a restaurant called Mom's Spaghetti, and he serves spaghetti.
I don't think I'd want to go. I don't think that would be.
Might be good. It might be good. I don't know.
Mm, mm. Anywho, continuing on.
Do you eat spaghetti?
I mean, I love my mom's spaghetti. M&M spaghetti, I just feel like that's gonna be lacking a couple of ingredients. Like, I'm just saying, you came from a people who stole spices, and yet you don't know how to add seasoning to things. So I'm good. I'm good. Anywho, I'm done.
Their seasonings are in Madagascar with your tear ducts. They left them there.
Oh my gosh, I have to turn on my fan. Hold on.
I'm warm. Being around such great people just makes you warm. I don't know. It's just
I guess.
so warm.
Right. All right.
I love it.
All right, Pat. We're having a good time already, as you can see, you know. Oh God, let's send Gordon Ramsay to Mom Spaghetti. Hey.
Oh, I wonder if Gordon Ramsay's mom makes spaghetti. I'm gonna Google that
Probably.
later.
What has this stream become?
It's okay. We're having a good time, and that's all that matters.
It's
We're
true.
we're
It's true.
here to talk about, of course, fundraising, which is amazing. Of course, that's our number one love. But we're
Yes.
having more fun too, and talk about Mom's spaghetti.
Ain't
And
nothing wrong with that.
Mom's spaghetti.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But no, yeah, please don't. Are you choking? Are you okay?
I'm good.
My boss is
I'm thriving right now.
No.
worker is like probably what's happening?
What-
It's okay, Lou. We're doing great. We were prepared
Oh, hey,
and
Lou, what's up?
Wow. Take a moment, get some water. Let your system be hydrated.
'cause I can't come to do CPR, okay? Please don't
Mm.
Jambo.
I'm drink this. There's water in this.
It's hydration. I'm sure it'd be good for
Carbonated water. I just read it.
Bet. Bow.
So
Since we're still on the topic of content creation, Critical Bard, any content creation ideas you have coming up for yourself this year that you can talk about?
Oh, that's the real part because NDA is real. There's a lot. I mean, I'm already happy. This is my hashtag year of the Bard. Because I'm not taking no. I mean, I can take no because consent. However, in the spaces that I don't need to hear no, I'm not taking it because you got me effed up. And I'm very excited about some of the things that are coming forward. Again, yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening, including some things happening next week. So guess be looking at my socials to see some things happening.
I'm just gonna turn on Critical Bard's tweet notifications really quick.
Bet. But no, yeah. As far as content creation goes, I really I don't think I can think of anything that's not under an NDA at this very second. But honestly, this year is about I'm doing more streaming. I'm really finding that flow for me. Putting in a lot more work as far as tabletop goes, and that's going to be seen heavily this year, especially tabletop. And you ain't ready. Well, you're not ready for it. And I'm very, very excited.
So we're gonna have a concert, Tiltify concert.
Cool.
I mean, I'm down.
I got front
I'm
row
down.
seats.
Look, I ain't mad at that. Yeah, we can do a Tiltify concert for charity. We just got to figure out DMCA and how that would work. It would probably have to be pre-recorded, but it could be a thing.
Sing
just
custom songs for every person who donates and
Ooh.
make them up on the spot. Yeah.
I don't know about every person.
Improv-a-thon.
Yeah.
Oh my
better-
god. Oh, concert-thon. Just got me out here having to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb and shit, like stuff. So I don't know. We're gonna have to figure this one out. We're gonna figure this one out.
Well, that's good. We're excited for what you have planned this year and next week. So I'm
Wink.
excited. Wink.
Wink,
Really don't know
nudge. Look at twitter.com/criticalbar for all those details.
Sounds good. Thank you for sharing. Jambo,
Yes.
is there anything you got cooking this year?
Probably. Um,
Probably.
I I came into this year without I didn't set any goals for myself. I basically was like I ended the year in one of the most chaotic months of anything I've experienced and it was unbelievable. So I kind of just came into 2022 and I was like I guess we'll see what happens. So I don't have any like specific content creation plans, but we are moving to a different state in
Ooh.
March or April. So we're moving from Chicago to Colorado. Um,
Mm.
so
A
that's the
lot of
biggest.
people are going to Colorado.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So I've wanted to live there for like 7 years, and I basically just decided if not now, then when I have the means to go, and
Hmm.
that's why not, right? It's not brain
Yeah,
surgery or anything permanent. I can come back if I end up not liking it, but
Hmm.
it's time.
that's
I
amazing.
100% feel that vibe because I mean, yeah, I'm just waiting to just get a couple more things lined up, but I'm moving to LA.
Let's go.
Because not only can I stream and do all that, but like the tabletop spaces in the West Coast for the most part. So it's like, yeah, that's my content creation plan. That's a goal at least. I will be moving to LA at this
Yes.
some point this
I
year.
love that. It's very well, I'm in NorCal, so I'm in Sacramento, but
Hmm.
LA is just busy. All
Yep.
right. Very busy, but it's a great place for sure,
Hmm.
especially if you enjoy yourself and especially all the different things you do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the perfect place
You're gonna
for you.
Yeah.
thrive.
You're
Yep.
gonna
And I can't wait to
And
see it.
that's my motto for this year because last 2021 and definitely 2020, but 2021 was my year to survive. Just keep my head above
Yep.
because sometimes I'm like I can be great and I know I can be great in the long term, but with this Panda Express going on and it's still happening, like as long as I'm just keeping my head above the water, as long as I'm just surviving and making sure that I'm comfortable with the surviving that I'm doing, then I'm good. But 2022
Yes.
isn't about surviving anymore. It's about thriving because now we know what to expect. We've done it for 2 years. Now let's go.
Yes. One of my friends said
and
that
press.
this is the year to
Yes.
thrive or die trying. And
Hmm.
that's stuck with me.
I
Yeah.
haven't heard Panda Express. I like that. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah. Panda
Yes.
Express, Panda
Orange
Pandose,
Panda Express.
um,
Yes.
the Peter Pan. Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, we're now in 2022 and we're still in the same crap, unfortunately. All I
Yeah.
can say is stay safe out there, everybody. Do what's best for you and your family.
Hmm.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's what I got to say about that. Um, Hopefully, we get TwitchCon this year safely.
Yes.
Safely. Um, Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Fingers
Fingers
crossed. Absolutely. I miss conventions so bad. I can't wait to just see people again and
Yeah,
Hmm.
can't hug everybody, but I just want to see your face.
just let me look at you.
Just let me look at you. Well, thank you for Rambo. I love you.
I
We both
I'm all
shoot.
right. Oh gosh.
I love it.
I
I
I'm
love it. I'm sorry. I love it.
I
Pointed
am just I just have a lot of, you know, nostril. Just sometimes it
Look, I get it. I get
yeah.
it.
We
I
need to
got
make
like a I got a Lebanese nose. So there's a
Bless.
lot going on in there. Yeah.
perfect. Well, thank you both for sharing. We're excited again for what you have planned this year, and we will celebrate and uplift in any way to support you and your
I
community.
super appreciate that.
Of
Yes.
course.
I will do the
And
same.
thank you. So let's talk a little bit about fundraising. Hello. Let's get on
Hello.
the
Let's
main
do it.
topic. All right. Um, let's start with Critical Bard. I want to talk about what inspires you the most to fundraise with your community.
So I have always not gonna get emotional on Main Street because I just don't got the time. My brain saying no ma'am, no turkey, no salami. When I was a kid, I unfortunately, I mean, many of us had rough childhoods, and if you didn't, that's fine. Great. It is okay to not have a tragic backstory, right? But unfortunately, I had a tragic backstory, and I unfortunately my backstory was more tragic than most. Um, Without going into too many details, I was born with a lot of substances in my system because of the addictions that my mother had, and I was in foster care 3/4 of my life. I didn't really get to have a childhood in the sense that I got to explore and learn and just have, those years are the times where you can just kind of get whatever you want because we know that in the future that's not going to be a reality. So I was kind of, for lack of a better word, robbed of that joy of having and getting and just feeling that for myself. So I always said when I got older, I want to make sure that someone else doesn't feel the same that I did. So giving back in any way, shape, or form has always been a core for me, which leads naturally into fundraising. Because there's a lot of organizations and companies who, with if you have the time, could use the help, could use the assistance, and it all goes to very valuable and important causes. So if I have the ability to do so, why not? So that's why I have a big love and heart for doing any type of fundraising that I can. And I'm not perfect and I'm busy. I'm gonna be just flat out. I am busy. I can't always do it, but when I can, it just means a lot to me. Because I know that they're going to be grateful with even like the small amount that they might get. Because again, we do not have a monopoly on our community's financial situation. So you might do a fundraiser and you might never raise anything because at the end of the day, you are um, uh, banking on the generosity of your community. And sometimes it might not just be a thing, but every small, no matter how big, I know those companies are very grateful for what we do. And that just, it means a lot to me because again, it makes me feel like someone else isn't going to, for lack of a better word, suffer like I did. And that's just big for me. So that's where my heart for fundraising comes from.
Aw, Bard, I love you. No.
You're wonderful.
My gosh.
Shush.
It's
Wow,
my
what a
turn to talk now.
story.
Heyo.
Story. Um, wow, you have gone through it all, and look at you now. You made
Yeah.
sure that you took care of yourself and you do what's best for you and you do what you want and do things that make you happy.
Yeah. I mean the world flat out basically told me that I wouldn't make it. And I said, "Oh, you got me effed up because the Bible says you got me effed up Galatians that I can do all things through CB who strengthens me. Therefore, I'm going to continue doing what I got to do."
Boom.
Wow. Wow. Gosh, what an incredible story. Goodness. And yes, I agree. You're busy. You can't fundraise all the time. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
yes, common sense. Yeah. You fundraise when you can, and I agree with that. But when you do, you are impacting that cause in so many different ways. Um, and even if you don't raise money, awareness is huge. Awareness is so huge.
Mhm.
And I just want to make that clear. And
Mhm.
awareness can go in so many different ways, sharing it with your Facebook family, sharing it with your friends on a Twitter feed, all that. Bringing awareness to that cause is going to just it can increase donations. It could just increase
Yep.
that awareness and people just keep spreading the word.
Yep.
Okay.
I
And
tell
that's
people that retweet is more powerful than you think.
Yep.
exactly. And that goes for everything. That goes for Twitter
Everything.
posts, going
Yep.
live posts, everything. So comment, retweet, quote tweet, all that. You're impacting that person and their
Yep.
content. So wow, Critical, you're incredible, and I'm so freaking proud to know you and to see everything you get to do. I'm
I
just
appreciate you.
very, very grateful to know you, and thank you for sharing your story because I'm sure you don't share that all the time. So thank you, thank you. I really am honored. Why are these people so cool? That gosh, man. Oh, this job is awesome. Please go follow Critical Bard right now on everything. Okay.
Everywhere.
And we can really get into nitty gritty. Support their joy. Okay. Please. That's all I'm gonna say. Support their joy, support all their upbringings all the time. Okay. All right. Cool. We're done with that. On to Jambo.
Hmm.
What inspires you to fundraise with your community, my dear?
Well, I would first just like to say that Miss CB, you are super inspiring, and I'm really glad that I get to share space with you, with someone as open and transparent about the world and about the things that you care about, and that you're fostering a community that is a reflection of you and that part of you. And I just want to say that in an industry like this is nothing short of amazing. So thank you for all that you do, all that your community does. I think it's amazing. And I'm happy that this stream is happening to be able to highlight that with you. And I'm just honored to be here.
I appreciate you. Same to you.
Um, as far
Oh,
as
okay, go ahead. Sorry.
um, inspiration for me, so I growing up, we did physical charity work with my family. So like with my dad's family or my mom's family, we would go and physically do things and try to impact people. And, for reasons I'm not going to go into detail, but for reasons, things like that got a little bit more difficult. Um, things started happening within my family. Things I went through my own um, issues, and I think over time I realized that that was a big part of my life. That because it fell out, I was missing out on it for however valid the reason I was missing it. Um, helping and giving back to people, to friends. Giving is one of my love languages. I love to give gifts. I love to give support. I the amount of times that I want to just support my friends or everything that they're doing with every dollar I have is unhealthy. But regardless, I think that with the platform that I built, I did my first charity stream about 9 months in. And we raised $400 in a month for Toys for Tots. That was my first charity stream, because Toys for Tots was something that when I was younger, we would bring toys, or we would donate, or we would buy, gifts for whoever. That was something that meant a lot to me then, and it meant a lot to me now. So once I did that, and I felt like, damn, this is something I can do. I can bring that back with the space I'm building. And just over time, it became just a regular thing. We fundraised for local organizations. We fundraised for the shelter that I got my first dog at out here. We fundraised for the Children's Hospital in Chicago. We fundraised for, different things that hit really close to home to me. And then as I got older and learned more and did more research and kind of found my groove and what I wanted to do with charity streaming, I learned about, people and organizations and foundations around the world that helped so many different people. And um, it it truly is a magical thing to be able to say to your community, hey, we need to help someone. And then to have them just go buck wild over whatever it is, to see that support, and I have goosebumps right now, to feel a group of people come together for something bigger than themselves, and to just want to help the people that you'll never meet them, you'll never see them, you'll never truly know the impact that you have, but you're having one. And that is just such a driving force, to know that with the privilege that we have, we are able to spread awareness. We're able to get the word out there, maybe to people and who have deeper wallets, who are able to go and support them more so, who might not be familiar with what you're raising money for, or to raise that $1. I mean, it's like I always tell our community when we're fundraising, it is not about the individual donations. It is about the difference that you make together. If you can donate $1, it is $1 that goes to the organization that they didn't have before. It is $1 that becomes, if you raise $10,000 for an organization, one of those dollars was yours. And it all comes together and goes to the same place. And that is the most important part. And I could go on and on about this because I'm so passionate about all of it, and I get so fired up. So I'm trying not to do that. But
Fine.
I just we are given something, the ability to do that, the ability to support global organizations, to support anywhere and everywhere. And that is largely in part to Tiltify that has made it so not only easy to set them up, but easy to discover charities around the world, easy to fundraise and not worry about being the third party, about being the middleman. You get to just know that that money is going directly where it needs to go. You get to focus on the fundraising itself. You don't have to worry about anything else. And it's just, it's, oh God, if you have never done a charity stream, do it. Just do it. There is no better feeling in the world than knowing that you just made a difference with the community that you built that supports you every day and y'all got to come together for something like that. No feeling like it. Don't you? I'm
I
gonna.
say,
And then CB's gonna.
I just
Madagascar. We're not doing this.
not that's her word. That's her code word.
Safe word for this stream.
Safe word, yes.
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
That is, gosh, that is so inspiring to just hear from both of you. Don't know what to say, but thank you for everything you're doing, and thank you for using Tiltify. And we're happy to make it easy for you because that you shouldn't have to worry about anything else except doing your fundraising and
Yep.
with your communities and making it fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, gosh, I love Tiltify. Not biased, but
It's really good. It's really
Yes.
good at what it does. Like, it's the
we're
fact
always
that,
improving
like,
every single day, always trying to
yeah.
make it even easier for creators because you have a busy life
Mm-hmm.
every single
Yeah.
day, and creators are lazy. I'm sorry, creators are lazy. We're lazy
It's
Who
sometimes.
true.
are you talking about?
I don't know. Just gonna casually just close this.
but but we don't want to have to set up all that. We just want to
Yeah.
pick our cause, set our goal, put in
Yep.
our incentives, boom, and we
Boom.
make it easy. And I love that our overlay features are now active.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
please utilize our overlays. I can't stress how important it is to have alerts on your stream so you know what's going on
Mm-hmm.
with your campaign. Um,
People
please.
do not understand the power of seeing something.
Um,
Um, and I'm going to talk about not fundraising for just a second, just to talk about the why it's important. There's a reason you see streamers with a daily sub goal, and you see it tangibly because some people see that and have like an instinct automatically. And not everyone. It's not really gaming the system or anything like that, but it's just you see something tangible and you go, I want to help that number. You want to physically see that
yep.
number change. So when you put that same concept for the Tiltify overlay or whatever overlay you use, but like the Tiltify overlay, it shows what your current number is, it shows what the goal is, it shows everything right there. And so many people see that and go, but what if I make it get even closer to its goal? And you
Mm,
physically, tangibly see it happen. It's
yep.
so important. And that there's something, I'm not a brain expert, but there's something that happens when you see that progress. So having that up there not only shows somebody that you're doing it in the first place, because you can say it all you want, but not everyone is actually actively listening to you stream. There's also people with audio issues. Disabilities. So having that visual, tangible thing is so important. Period.
I can't agree more. It's like a marketing thing. It's having something tangible, like you said, because there's also, it's like object permanence. If you
Yep.
don't have if you don't have that goal up there, if you don't have something that people can out of sight, out of mind, it's very and for anybody with ADHD who understands how much that can impact your brain, it is very important to have the goal up. And also those alerts are our community goes wild over alerts. The alerts for a charity stream are their favorite part of everything. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
so I change them up every time. We have like 25 different alerts, and then the goal is to discover them all before the campaign is over. And it becomes like a game. It's so much fun. I agree completely.
Yes, and I really I really love how our platform is accessible, and we're always working every single day to make it even more accessible. That is literally one of our top missions, accessibility options for all.
Mhm.
So I love that you touched on that, Bard, audio disabilities, and some people have vision disabilities. So having that, that auditory alert too is super helpful. So
Yep.
making sure you have those
Yeah,
options for your campaign is so important. So please use our overlays. They're there for you for a reason. They are there
Hmm.
for you. And you can create a template to where you can use it for each campaign that you create. So
that's the best part.
Hmm. That part.
just
Yep.
It's
like
so
that.
easy to set up, like,
Yes.
so
You do it
easy.
the one time, and then you just use that same template for the rest of your campaigns.
And to touch
Yeah,
on, what Bard said really quick about, the goal bar and, like, the feeling of seeing it go up, it is, like, the biggest just serotonin boost that just, like, multiple people feel at one time. And it just the momentum that it gives watching it get closer and closer because there is, like, a brain science to it. I'm also not a brain
Hmm.
expert person, but if the smaller the gap from the goal being finished, like, the more motivated people get to finish it. So there's
Hmm.
something to be said for having those milestones and having, like, the in between goals, like, our community always wants to hit 69, 69. So, like, we set a goal in between all of that.
Hmm.
Every 69 number, they wanna hit them. So it's like it's the integers or, oh, if we hit, like, 170 and we missed 169, oh, guess we're going to 269, and it just becomes, like,
Yep. Yep.
it becomes the goal. I don't know why, but that's
Because it's
fine.
great. Because it's nice.
It's it is
yes.
nice.
Seeing everything in real time is like, wow, you
Yeah.
you just see that dono come in, you're like, "It just went from
Hmm.
here. It
Hmm.
went here. Oh, now it's complete." You're like,
And
"Wow."
it's so funny because I mean, to talk about like D&D terms, my one of my highest 3 stats is perception. I see everything. Like I legit like I see everything. So when I miss the goal change and then I come back, I'm like, "What? You lying."
Mhm.
Cuz I normally never miss it. So it's such a good moment. And then that's a clippable moment for your stream. It's building
Yes.
community. It's just do it, y'all. Add it. Add it.
Add it
Do
now.
it.
Do it.
Do
Do
it.
the thing.
So, we're talking about goals and that bar moving up and that real time reaction. Talking about ClausmyCause with both of you being some Santas last month.
Yeah.
So so critical. Let's talk about your experience being a Santa. How was it for you?
Well, I'm honored to be because I'm one of the inaugural Santas from the year before. And it is such a blast just going in and seeing all these folks' reactions. And obviously, yes, it's nice to get the reaction, but the fact of the matter is so many people just like us are raising funds and raising doing charity streams to make a change in some way, shape, or form. Um, and I hate using this term, but I'm gonna use it specifically for this reason. A lot of small streamers never feel like they're ever going to reach those goals. So they like almost intentionally do smaller goals because they know that they have a much better chance of actually reaching that goal. And again, that's serotonin. Once you hit that goal, it feels good. And they want to be able to feel good. There's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of people just know if they try to go higher, that's it's not that it's never going to happen, but because the community might be a little smaller, not many people show up for their streams, they might not have enough reach, they just don't get a chance to have that full just that moment of just knowing that you are doing some real good stuff. So when you get to go into those spaces and they don't know, obviously they say use hashtag ClausmyCause in the title and stuff and get some promotion out there for yourself, but they just don't know that these things are ever going to happen. And it's just a way for me, we're doing our job, but it's a way of acknowledging that someone else is also doing theirs. And that acknowledgement is so important. It is okay to give verification and validation for the things that you do. It is okay for that. Now it can get a little much when you like all you're doing is striving for attention. That's a different vibe with that. But getting that, yeah, I see you, I know you, you are valid in all the things that you're doing. If it makes you, one, feel good, two, want to continue doing this, and then you'll raise that bar and you'll get those numbers and you'll start seeing that. So it's just, there's no inherent negative to doing this, and I love it. So just going into those spaces, just seeing those reactions. I'll never forget, not 21 but 2020, I went into someone's chat and they were stunned for like the longest time. Then all of a sudden they turn around, "Mom!" and just scream. It was so, oh my god, it was so good. But like just all of those moments, because again, a lot of these people never think they're gonna do this. So the fact that we can come in here and be like, "No, we got you, player."
Got you.
It's
Mhm.
it's very important. It's very important.
Yeah, and then they're more motivated for their next fundraiser,
They're
like, "Yeah,
more
I
motivated.
can do this.
Exactly.
I can
Yes.
do this.
Yep.
Yes. I'm gonna keep doing it and having fun." Gosh, it throws me back to my first campaign too. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I said, "I'm never gonna fundraise again. I'm not gonna do anything. I
Oh,
have no impact." I
Yeah.
was
look at
sad,
you now.
See,
and
I was
I
very
did
lucky.
it.
Yeah, exactly. I was very lucky with my first campaign, because, and I say lucky, but it's not lucky at all, because unfortunately it was the Black AF roundtable that I did. And I've never used Tiltify before that, but they said, use this. This is perfect for you. And we raised money for the Bell Project, just because it was very important, and it is very important. But it was also like at that very specific moment of, tensions are high, people are trying to figure out what they can do to help this. And I'm very grateful. I raised over 28,000 for that, in that one stream, and
Wow.
that's never happened again. But again, that was such a specific thing. But that still made me go, oh, people want to give to charity. So it's the reason I continue using Tiltify. So
Oh,
You have an impact,
yep,
period. You really
yep.
do.
y'all are giving me goosebumps.
Wow. Yeah, I had to poke my coworker about doing ClausmyCause because I talked to him before I was hired last year. I said, "Can I please be a Santa?" You know? And like, "Please, I really wanna do it." He's like, "Well, we'll see." And then I got hired. I said, "Crap, I can't do it now." But luckily, I was able to do it at the last week of December on the Tiltify channel. So
Oh,
felt so good doing it. I'm like,
We
I
yes.
love
love
that.
that.
Yeah,
We
so
love that.
I just wanted to share that I was a Tiltify Santa and I had a good time. So, okay. Anyway,
Yay.
let's hear to Jambo.
Ah,
Let's hear about how you felt during your experience.
oh my gosh. Since Claus My Cause happened in 2020, it was like I went into 2021 and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna be a part of it. And I ended up reaching out to Tiltify at one point. I messaged them and I was like, I just want to say, like, if you need Santa, and I said that at like it was like maybe in the summer, and then again I had an interview with Lou with the highlight thing, and I mentioned it again, and I was like, I just want to say, like, I would love to be Santa, and then I got the DM while I was streaming about becoming a Santa. And I dropped my phone and I just like screeched and I was like, I'll be right back. And threw up the screen. I just like left. And I was frantically messaging back and I was like, yes, yes, yes. What do you need from me? Yes, please. And I was so excited. And then we got to do it. And like we had a community member that was like, hey, do you mind if I tag along with you and add to the contributions that Tiltify does? And I was like, you don't have to ask me, please. You do whatever you want. And we ended up just like we found somebody and it was their first charity stream ever. And we like blew past $2,000 for them out of a $100 goal. And it was just I started sobbing like a little baby. It was the most magical, amazing, wonderful experience ever. And I can't get enough of it. It was just so much fun. I wanted to do it forever. I just wanted to keep going all the time.
Like, who
Oh,
else can we how much money do we have?
how
What's the next one? Our budget.
Oh,
excuse me, can you
that
do one more?
That basic, and I mean, and I didn't. The best part about it is I didn't plan it. You know, obviously, like there's some people. Hey, I'll be interested in going to blank, blank, and blank, but they have some options for you as well.
Mhm.
And the last option they gave me was one of my closest friends, Joshua Simons,
Oh my
and
god,
I
you
was
didn't
like,
pick Josh?
I didn't pick Josh at all.
What? Oh my god, I thought you did. That was
Nope.
amazing.
And
That's
like I was
amazing.
like, oh yeah, this is good. And it was hilarious because he had his goal. We hit the goal and did everything. And you know, people were in chat like, raise the goal, raise the goal, raise the goal. And he's like, I'm not doing this. And he raised it by like a little bit. And we go, you butt, raise that goal.
It
And
was
he goes,
amazing.
fine. And he did it. And Tiltify was like, all right, cool. I'll hit that one too.
I, I was sitting in there when y'all did that, and I remember him like it happened, and you were like, "Look at Tiltify," and he's like, "I saw it. I'm just not talking to you." And I about died. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh,
Oh man, it's
Thank you
so
so
good.
much for the raid. Thank you. My lady's here. One of
We
our
love Miss Confettiana.
Thank you for sharing your community with us. We're just chatting with Critical Bard and Jambo about ClausmyCause and fundraising. So I hope you all enjoy your stay here. We're live on this channel twice a week. So you'll be seeing some amazing faces, maybe Milady.
oh,
Mm,
No. But yeah,
what?
so much. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Thank you. And I'm Ash or Miss Ash Rocks, Tiltify's community manager. So you will always see my face.
woo.
Yeah. Yeah, watching, the clips back, seeing y'all do your Santa stuff, I was like, wow, this is awesome. And I didn't know you knew Josh. So that
That's perfect.
Yeah. I got that. I went, oh, y'all done effed up. Y'all sent me the wrong person. Like this, I can text him, be like, so like, it was good vibes. It was good vibes.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
hey, 2022 Santa, you already know.
Call me
You
up.
already, you already know.
I'm booting
So
up the sleigh right now. I'm
good
ready.
luck.
No, it
Christmas
is.
in July. Let's
Jeez.
go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Clausmas in July. That's what we'll do.
Clausmas in July. I love that.
Well, thank you for sharing a little bit about your experience. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank
Let's
you.
go.
Kieran's one of my regulars. Thanks, Kieran. I appreciate you.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much. And yes, Ryan said in chat, we did get banned for the first time. Um,
Oh yes. I
unfortunately, with the hate raids,
Oh yeah.
Mm,
we're all terrified.
Yeah.
So it
That was
was
a
just
wild ride.
unfortunate. It was unfortunate because I talked in the chat. I was like, okay, they know it's Tiltify, right? But they banned all of us. They're like, nope, we're not having it. I said, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. But they were really sorry. I'm like, no, it's okay. I understand. You're fine. It's all
Right.
right. Um, but regardless of that, I got banned for the first time. But regardless of that, it was a great experience, and I'm glad I got to do it too. So, thank you, Lou. I love you. Thank you for letting me do it.
So exciting.
Yes, because I'm like, gosh, I'm an employee now. What do I do? I make my own cause my cause. What do I need to do?
Yeah.
But thank you again to both of you for sharing your experience, and thank you for being amazing Santas and spreading that good holiday cheer and allowing these creators to hit their goals and be proud of it. And the reactions were absolutely stunning. And it's just a great experience all around. So
Yeah.
thank you for being a part of it. Thank you so much.
Thanks
thank
And
for
you.
having me.
communities, of course, and your communities are stellar, just amazing. And spreading that love and joy in their chats too is such a huge impact. So thank you again. Thank you. Now that you are both charity pros, let's say somebody comes to you, they're like, hey, I want to do my first charity stream, but do you have any advice to give me? What would you tell them? And we can start with critical.
Honestly, I think there's an innate fear of doing something out of your comfort zone or doing something that you think is going to be a lot harder. And the good thing about Twitterfy is that they make it so easy for you. They make it extremely easy for you. You make a campaign, it's pretty easy to figure out. And the thing is, if you have questions, there are many people who will always answer any question you have. Given they have the ability and the time to do so. But yeah, it's set up easy for you. It's streamlined, and it feels you feel like you're doing something. It doesn't feel like it's bogging you down. And a lot of times, like when you're learning something new, you there's so much happening, and that just slowly dwindles your want to even do the thing that you're trying to do. And I've never felt that with Tiltify. You don't have to set a high goal at all. I think a lot of people feel like if I do a charity stream, I have to go, a lot. I have to do too much. And it's like, no, do what you're comfortable doing. Try to raise what you're comfortable raising. You don't have to try to, make it this big old thing. Choose charities that mean a lot to you, not something that you feel obligated to do, because that's going to show on stream, even if it's not on stream. But choose things that make you feel that are special to you, uh, and the more you feel connected to that charity, the more your community will be connected to that charity. The more you can talk about that charity truthfully, without making it feel like a spiel. The more they'll go like, yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah, you don't have to try too hard. I think that's the my biggest thing. Just go for it, ask questions, and enjoy yourself. At the end of the day, that's what they want you to do. They want you to enjoy yourself while you do a little bit, give a little bit of your time to these charities. Um, yeah, that's really what I have.
That is
Love that.
all incredible advice. I can't stress enough feeling passionate about a cause. You don't have to relate to it, but you can feel passionate about it and share that passion with your community. Once you share that passion, they want to support it. And that goes with anything. It doesn't even have to be charity related. Once you feel passionate about something, you want to share that with your community, they're gonna feel that too. So I can't stress that enough. Okay. You don't have to hop on a charity event if you don't really know much about that cause or that's not what you're into supporting. So find a cause that you want to support. There's so many different causes on Tiltify that you can pick. Animal welfare, child welfare, okay, mental health, all right, social injustice, everything. So we have it all. And we're always adding more and more every day. And if there's a cause that you want to support that's not on Tiltify, reach out to that cause and get them connected with us. All right. So thank you. Thank you, Critical. That was incredible advice. Let's hear some from Jambo now.
Yes. So I think one of the it's kind of a two-parter. I think one of the biggest things I've heard is that people are worried about not hitting a goal or not raising enough, which I don't think exists. I think that any amount you raise is amazing. Any awareness that you're able to give is incredible. Um, and arguably, the awareness and spreading that information is just as important as the donations themselves. Um, I think that there are also some people who see others raising so much money for charitable organizations and they feel like they can't compete with that. That's a term that I've heard before. Charity is not a competition. So whatever you raise, we're all on the same team. However much you're giving to that cause, it all goes to help them. Whether you raise $1 or $1,000, it doesn't matter. It all goes to the same place. And that's the most important part. You don't have to hit goals. Goals are simply benchmarks. Any amount you raise is what's important. I think that the biggest piece of advice I have is just do it. Because like there are so many reasons, so many ways to compare yourself, so many ways to talk yourself out of something. And I think when it comes to content creation, a lot of it is literally just doing it, just getting started, trying it out, figuring it out as you go, because there's no other way to figure out how to do it or figure out what you want to do with it. So if you're thinking of charity streaming, if you never have before, just do it. Just jump in, try it out, because I guarantee you, if you're fostering the communities that support those things, they are going to jump on the bandwagon with you. And I know a lot of you have incredible communities out there. So,
Any amount that you fundraise they didn't have yesterday.
yep,
The same.
That
yep,
that
that's it.
Yep. Yep.
That
It's not
$50
about a
stay getting
competition to
Nope.
yeah.
high.
It's not about a competition trying to get the most. It's about doing what you can, what you personally can, uh, for the charity that you care for. any and all amounts will be very much appreciated.
It's about big picture.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. Exactly. So, yeah, please just know that whatever you do, it's an impact. Okay. Again, if you don't raise any money, you're still bringing that awareness, which is so powerful in so many different ways. So, I want to stress that. Okay.
Yeah.
You hear our creators up here saying it too. So, I'm gonna enhance that. I promise you just being there and giving your time to that cause is huge, and a
Yep.
cause will appreciate it too.
Yep.
So, thank you to the both of you for sharing that amazing advice. And if you still need help using Tiltify platform, or you have some ideas you want to run by some people, you want to see if it's a good idea, you can join our Tiltify Discord and chat with us and community members. So please join. The link is in the chat, and there's people in there to help you and me. So I can help you too. And I just want to thank you both so much for joining me today. You have all been amazing here in chat and just cheering on these creators and their hard work that they've done for the last couple years. So thank you so much. And please follow them. If you're not following them on Twitch, you better follow them. Support them in their content. You can use our Control Plus extension to follow them directly. All right. So let's close out today. Trying to figure out a question for you both. I'm not doing a pineapple and pizza thing, chat, so don't worry. Not today. We're not even gonna bring up pizza with Jambo here.
Oh,
So whatever the
mm,
question would be, I'm sure Jambo would just say yes. Okay.
yes.
So
Mhm.
um let's see. What do we have, chat? Oh, wait. What is it? Is a hot dog a sandwich or oh no, sandwich or something? What is it? I forget.
It just really, if it's a hot, does a hot dog classify as a sandwich basically? Like,
Yeah,
Yes.
we all think
I think
yes.
so.
I
Yeah,
mean,
sandwich.
at the end of the day, a sandwich is something. It doesn't have to be meat, but something between two pieces of bread, and it doesn't say that has to be vertical. It could be, this, parallel to each other. So, I mean, by technicality, is a sandwich. But if you call it a sandwich in front of me, I'm gonna judge you because like we don't got to do all that. Just call it a dang hot dog. There are less letters in hot dog than there is sandwich, so just call it a hot dog.
That's true.
Like you are intentionally doing the most by calling it a sandwich. I'm not going to say it's not a sandwich, but you are intentionally adding two extra letters that couldn't be bothered. So like it's like
Yes.
one of those tacky things. It's like you're right, but now you're tacky and I hate you.
That's okay. Yes. Yes.
Jambo's like, yes, yes,
You know
yes.
what? I'm on all sides.
You're
Just
on all
eat it if you
sides.
want one. And if you don't want one, then don't. And you can call it whatever you want. It doesn't
That's
impact me.
real.
I'm still gonna eat them if I want them, regardless of what you call them. But I'm also not gonna
Mhm.
go up to a Chicago hot dog stand and be like, "Can I have one of your sandwiches?" Because that sounds weird. And I don't think that I would actually get what I'm looking for. I I'm on the side of if you want to eat it, you can call it whatever you want.
Right?
I'm gonna
Love it.
eat something else.
Also, what you're saying is you don't like hot dogs.
Hot dogs are fine, but I'm not a biggest fan of
What if it was a pizza hot dog?
stop it right now. That sounds
Ooh,
delicious.
that sounds
Can
so
you
good.
imagine a hot dog, but it's like a beef hot dog and it's got like mozzarella cheese and tomato sauce and pepper. My mouth is watering right now. That would be
Mm,
delicious.
You
I've
need
had
to
a
make
pizza burger.
yeah.
a cooking stream now and make a pizza hot dog.
Oh, okay,
Let's do it.
bet.
Let's do it.
It's a
I'm
done
gonna
deal.
cook. I'm gonna
Charity.
cook it. I'm gonna make it in an easy bake oven. What you think? That sounds good.
Not an easy
I love
bake
it.
oven.
That
I
will fit
love
on my desk.
it.
And we'll just like shove the hot dog in there and hope it comes out the other side.
Oh no.
It probably won't.
Okay, last one. It's really basic, but Pepsi or Coke?
Ooh.
Oh, we have to think on this one.
Coke. If I have to drink one of them, but otherwise root beer.
Ooh, okay.
I genuinely enjoy both, but if both were in front of me, I'm probably reaching for the Coke more faster than the Pepsi. But it also depends. Okay, I'm about to get a whole like dissertation right now. Like both are good, but I think Cokes are stronger. So
Yeah.
sometimes when you want that flavor, but not as like I'm about to like knock you out, knock if you buck, I'm gonna go for Pepsi. Uh, but because sometimes you drink Coke and you be like, dang, why you attacking my throat like that?
Mhm.
Don't clip that. But yeah, but like Jambo, I go for Dr. Pepper before I do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
Understood.
Also, this is a anti-Wawa establishment.
Will there be a test?
No, you didn't.
I feel like
No, you didn't.
not even a Twitch chat can hold confetti back at this point. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Anti-Wawa. Got it. Noted. Thank you for the
No,
lesson.
no, Critical didn't. No, you
Confetti,
didn't.
Oh.
confetti knows what she did. Confetti knows what she did. So we gonna bang, knock a few buck, run up, get done up. Stilettos pumps in the club. Let's go.
No, you didn't come for wow. I can't protect you, my lady, as much as I want to. Um, dang, Critical, you just had to pull up like that on the girl. You just had to do that, huh? Dang. You know what? I liked you, Critical, but I'm kidding.
Wow. We've got the
No,
stream.
no, no. That's their battle. That's
Oh,
a
goodbye.
that's an AB conversation. I'm going to see my way out of it, okay? So,
Are you gonna
yeah,
leave us here or are we all leaving?
um, we're all leaving.
Okay.
Okay, noted.
Yeah. Got it. Got it.
All right, we're at the end of our lovely, lovely chat today. Thank you everybody for being here. And I do want to say root beer is really good. So,
Yes. Love root beer.
It
and
is
Dr.
quite good.
Pepper.
It is
Dr.
quite
Pepper
good.
zero sugar and root beer zero sugar.
Yes. I'm diabetic, so I have to drink diet or zero sugar. And
Me
I'm
too.
so glad. Yep. I'm so glad that they make them.
I'm gonna go get a root beer now.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Let's
Oh,
go rate somebody. Let's see
oh, I'm
who's on
ready.
chat. Do we have any team side quest folks on?
Oh, wait a minute. That's so nice. I don't know. Let's find out.
That's so nice. Wait, let me see.
I I
Throw some
am a
our way.
professional.
We're all
Let's see.
professionals.
There are a bunch of them. Um, oh, Ryan is on right now.
Ryan who?
Ryan is on their starting Ryan Not Lion is on their starting soon screen.
Oh, I see what yeah, yep, let's do it.
Ryan.
I feel like that's appropriate. So
Oh, that's perfectly appropriate.
Ryan
Let's
is going to very professionally poop his pantaloons when we get in there.
I'm excited. Yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Again,
Let's
thank
do
you
it.
everybody for watching the stream. Please keep up with these two lovely people and their content and everything they have planned for this year. And especially getting Team Side Quest to $1 million raised in the next year. That is going to be
Woo!
so exciting. I'm excited
Oh,
for that milestone to come. What a great team you created, Jambo. You should be very proud of yourself.
thank
Mhm.
you. I
Agreed.
love them. They're amazing. I'm so honored,
Yes,
honestly.
and Island Style is amazing too. Just everyone, oh, beautiful human beings. So
Oh,
good job, Jambo. Very good
thank
job.
you.
And
Amazing.
congratulations on all the recent accomplishments to 10,000 subs and everything
Yeah.
in the world.
I don't even know what's happening. It just feels like a fever dream. I don't know. I'm just
Yes.
here right now.
Hey, you're doing great. And
Thank
critical,
you.
I'm gonna fly you out to do my eyebrows
Bet.
because pro.
Period.
My yours look so good. I just keep looking at them. I'm like, geez, they are
Look, I'm just trying to normalize mass presenting individuals doing makeup because a lot of people don't
yes,
think it's a thing. Mm.
it's a thing, honey. Sorry, not sorry.
Mhm.
Yes, keep doing everything you're doing, critical. Thank you again. Let's go
Thank
give
you.
some love to Ryan, not Lion.
Let's
Okay.
Yeah.
go.
Right? We have our raid message. Woo woo. But feel
Woo.
free to use emotes. Spice up that raid message a little bit. Okay. Spice it up. Spice it up. All right. Make sure you pull up a Ryan at Lion stream. This is so good. We caught him at the right time. I'm excited.
Yeah.
He better not be here. He better be out of here.
You better watch out. You
Better
better
not be
watch out.
lurking in
You
You
here.
better
better
watch
watch
out.
out. You better watch out. Love that for us.
Right. Let's start up this raid. And we are on our way, chat. And our next stream is going to be on Friday. Ashlina and I are going to be doing the Bob Ross challenge. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not artistic in any way, shape, or form. So please come and cry with me because it's not gonna look good. I already know it's not. But Bob Ross is on my side. So maybe
Mm.
okay. So
Maybe.
that's a fun. That'll be on Friday at 2 p.m. PST. So come tune in. And we're live twice a week on this channel. So make sure you keep up with our schedule, add it to your calendar. And we also have the events and Discord for our upcoming events as well. And one of these days, we have a Mario Kart day coming on a stream. So come play some Mario Kart with us. And don't blue shell
Mm.
me. Okay. Don't don't throw any shells at me. Actually, don't.
No, none of
Let
them.
me live. Let
I
me
think it's
live.
important. I think it's important.
That's also
But yeah,
valid.
Mario Kart is on the 21st. So make sure you mark your calendars. Come play with us. And again, don't shout me. But thank you, everybody. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye, my loves. Let's say bye.
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 Bye. Have a good day and be safe out there, y'all. See you later.
Yes.